Hi, you guys. So I wanted to come on and to discuss Tommy's channel getting taken down. Tommy Sotomayor. Now, you guys know that there was a video, and it wasn't on his platform, it was on someone else's platform, but he is a YouTuber, right? And he's on that platform yelling and screaming in a hostile manner. Oh, shoot. Excuse me. In a hostile manner, um, cussing out women, and like I said, it is incites violence. You know, they want to put that out there like that. That's how they think if they create that scene, that combative scene or fights, and like Jerry Springer, how people would jump up and start fighting or what have you. You know, they could create those type of scenes that's going to get clicks and views for them. And however, they're choosing to use black women in that way, right? To kind of make a spectacle out of them. I feel like black people in general, because personally, I don't get down with the Ren and Stimpy like that. I feel like they're out of line, and they probably need to get flagged as well for even doing it because it comes off racist to me. You know, that's how I feel about it. If YouTube asks me, I certainly will tell them. I find what they're doing to be racist. Anyway, and I don't care what skin people think they in and all that other nonsense. We are more than just a skin color, okay? So miss me with the nonsense, and I'm not getting ready to get into any discussions about that with nobody. You can think whatever you want to think, and I think what I think, point blank and period. But anyway, back to Tommy. So he was over there, you know, screaming and hollering at these girls. I didn't know he was on there that many times, right? Because to my understanding, he's been on there multiple times. This is the time where he went, obviously, they went viral behind this altercation or whatever they're trying to claim happened with this girl. When you really look at the video, you don't really see anything happen, right? Because there were people standing in between them. Now he has come out, you know, right after that situation happened, he put like 50,000 videos out talking about her and the whole situation, calling up Ren and Stimpy, talking about people are saying he was saying things about them. And to my understanding, he has made comments about them. Shay was saying that she's going to put it out there at some point herself because she's saying that he even makes, you know, said things about them to her. Because remember, she was working with him on a podcast long before they went on Ren and Stimpy's show together. So, and you know, we all talk. We know who each other are, even if we don't know each other. You have an opinion about whoever's channels that are out here. We're not going to pretend like we all don't have an opinion about somebody else's platform because we do. And so I guess they were in discussion, and maybe he said some things to Shay about Ren and Stimpy, which, listen, I could care less what he says about them, to be really honest. But because personally, I don't like any of this stuff. I think that I don't have an issue with people being on YouTube, but I have an issue when people are trying to incite violence and are using race as a backdrop and racist tones to carry on their videos or what have you, and to try to make their platform popular among certain people because that they know who their audience is and who they're trying to reach with all of that. Okay, and none of this stuff just because they putting black folk on those icon on their thumbnails do not mean that they're doing this for the black people. They're not doing this for us. They're not doing this for us to come over and kiki at it at all. So let's be very, very, very clear about that. Um, anyway, he says that his channel was going down. I don't know if it's going to go down or not. He could be lying. Allegedly, he could be lying about the whole thing because he's telling a bunch of stories about everything else. He seems to think that Kwame Brown and Carcino, Mr. Skinny and Self Talk, those guys have something to do with his channel going down. I don't know. I think that it probably has something to do with his abuse of women, the verbal and the physical, because he's trying to act as if this girl hit him, but he actually pushed someone into her. So was the one who was already inciting um, that negative, nasty tone with the way he was talking to her, calling out her name, not just her, but the other black girl that was in the room as well. To my understanding, I did not watch the episode, nor do I care to. They will never, they will never in their life get me over there um, to concern myself. But to my understanding, he was talking crazy to the other black girl that was in the room as well. Um, and then, he, like I said, pushed that guy into her, and then they tried to spin it as if she hit him. Which, if she did anything, it wasn't within self defense when you have all these men standing around you like that. Now they could take that in front of the judge and let the judge decide. I don't really care. But I feel like anybody with any common sense looking at that is going to say that. Like, you can't do that and expect that woman to sit there and allow you to abuse her. You already were extremely abusive in your language, with the language. And so then he came back with this nonsense about his foot is broke. Now, first I'm gonna let me see if because I kind of moved my screen. I mean, the whole thing is, he's blaming everybody but himself, pretty much. He's trying to say that because of Kwame, his channel went down. Now, Kwame was saying something about he feels that he is stalking him. Like, he's like following his channel in a really bizarre way and going around saying certain things to certain people about him, um, to make them respond or react. I don't really know what's going on between them. I know that they have been going back and forth as well. But I don't know if Kwame reported him or not to YouTube. I don't really see him doing that. I think that is what I said. It's the violence. It's you promoting violence among towards women is what's getting you reported, and you just need to own that. Where is his thing at when he was? I wanted to just play you guys where he was saying that the channel was. I don't know if the channel went down already. I think the channel is still up, but I guess he's saying that they suspended him. Maybe the channel is going to stay up. Maybe they just suspended his AdSense. Like, he can't make money off of the channel. He can't generate money, so that's why he moved over to it, because he has about 9 or 10 channels, and he used to have a huge sub base at one time, and I think that channel actually went down. But he's trying to get the subs back up or what have you. But I think that the times are different. Like, you've said all that crazy stuff, people know who you are. All those people that you probably had subbing your channel are probably not going to come sub your channel anymore when they have all these other idiots that are on here talk crazy as well. Like, I think back in the day, it was really just Tommy, right? When I think about it, I didn't know about all the Black Manosphere. I don't even know when the Black Manosphere actually started. But Tommy's been around for a long time, and so now you have all these other people who are kind of talking with the same tone. People can kind of select who they want to go with, because there are some other guys on here who do the same stuff. Um, and then, of course, the Kevin Samuels, which nobody really understand what Kevin Samuels' channel is really supposed to be about. But Kevin Samuels is over there now as well. And so that's why he kind of got upset at him, because it's going to be hard for him to get that sub base back when people have all these other fools to to select from. But I'm going to play you guys what he said about the channel being flagged, and then I'm going to play what Self Talk had to say about
what's going on,
why he think he was.
Real quick, you know how they do me. This is the second channel in the last few months that I've gotten up to 50,000 subscribers, and yep, they flagged. That's why you see that the videos are gone, because as you saw, the advertisements were gone. Now, who knows? Maybe I can talk YouTube into giving them back. But I'm moving over to the music channel, so the link's in the description box. If you're following this channel, please do me a favor and follow that channel. I know it's a headache, so it's probably best if you just go ahead and subscribe to OnlyFans. If you subscribe, you won't have this problem. That's why I have it. For those of you who support me, I thank you very much. For those of you who don't, I just time to make it harder for them to come around. I guess it wouldn't make sense that you make it to where everybody can see it. It's fun that everybody can see it, including the people who hate you. But the people who hate you are not only just coming around to watch, but they're coming around the flag. So you have to ask yourself, why is it people who claim that they for the people, but they've never been flagged? Why is it people who claim, these white folks, these white boy tactics, and they pro-black and all that, but their stuff has never been flagged? So who do you think works for the white man here when I can't keep a channel up? Because Negroes can't handle a difference of opinion. So please, ladies and gentlemen, do me a favor. Hit the link. I'm about to go live. So if you haven't joined, join now. It's the music channel. Let's get that up to 50,000 subscribers so they can flag that down too. I'm Tommy Sotomayor. Thank you guys. See you there.
So yeah, so he went live last night, and I knew because I started following Shay Means and follow her channel. This is the young lady that he got into it with, and her video came down my timeline, and she was she was live, and she was saying, "Oh, he's over there live now, talking about his foot, lied about his foot, right?" And so he was over on his other channel. He has several channels, and I think that they're all in a position to where they can make money, right? So he can go to any of these other channels and probably turn on his AdSense over there. He cannot do it on this channel. That's probably what we say, because the channel is still here. So I'm assuming they're not going to take the channel down. Usually, sometimes they will give you a certain date to kind of move all your stuff off the channel if you want to. And sometimes they'll just take your whole channel down without giving you any type of warning. And for the record, what he's saying about the pro-black and all this, that, and the other, to my understanding, I was reading this in the real media. YouTube has been hit with a discrimination suit against by some black YouTubers. I don't really know the people that put the lawsuit out there, but they were saying that we get a different type of treatment than some of the other YouTubers. And a lot of people believe that it's because of the sub base. Like, black people don't have the same kind of sub base as other people. So it's just easier for them to feel like they can just take our channels from us. Um, and I don't know if that's true. I'm just telling you what they were accused of in this lawsuit. To my understanding, these people won, or they went on and settled with them, because they do take our channels down a lot faster than they take other people's channels down. And like I told you guys when I said all that stuff about Tasha, it's a lot of people on YouTube doing a lot of crazy stuff. Okay, people don't even know the half. Okay, and some of them, based on how many subscribers they have, will end up in mainstream media because they are considered a large influencer at that point, because they have these millions and millions of subscribers. And so I think that maybe they feel like we're not an asset to them, or we're not beneficial to them, that they just take our channels down if they feel like it. I don't know. That's kind of what they were saying in the article. And like I said, they settled with them, or the people who sued them won. Because there's a lot of folk that be on YouTube talking real next level crazy. It's just like India Irie was pointing out about Spotify with the Joe Rogan stuff. Like, people on here saying all kind of sick stuff about different groups of people, not just about black people. And nobody goes over there and do anything to them. But the minute something happens with black folks, you're going to hear about it. And, so what he said is not true. Like, I think he's trying to, because of the tone that he used, I'm assuming that he's talking about Kwame Brown. I don't classify Kwame Brown as pro-black. So that's just something to throw out there. But yeah, I'm assuming that's who he's talking about, as far as saying that his channel. But why would his channel need to go down? So, Kwame is not over there attacking women, regardless of race. He's not over there attacking women and saying, sending people to harm people. Which I don't pay attention to Tommy as much as y'all might think I do. I really, really don't. I don't know half the stuff that he says, but I can imagine. Now, every blue moon, he will have a real conversation around politics, or real conversation about something else. And a lot of times, even listening to him, he will start off rational, and, and then he just goes off into some fool stuff. Like, it just don't even make sense. But I have listened to him before. I'm not gonna say I have never listened to his videos. It just depends on the topic. Like when he's talking about these women, like when he's going in battles with different women on here, I don't listen to that nonsense. Like you're not going to, yeah, I'm not giving you nothing for with all of that. So I don't listen to him when he gets into these battles with these different women on YouTube. But I can imagine some of the stuff that he's saying to them because I know the type of stuff that he will say. And so like self talk and Carcino, because Carcino went live about this as well because he was trying to say that those guys are the reason that his channel got taken down. But why are you following Kwame Brown around? Like you should have other things to talk about than to talk about Kwame all day long. I'm just, being honest. But let me play what he was saying about how bad his foot hurt, which had me tickled.
That they for the people, but they've never been flagged. Why is it people who claim, these white folks, these white boy tactics, and they think
that's what he's talking about, Kwame.
Their stuff has never been flagged.
Stinky Winky Dinky Tammy deleted or privated all of his videos on Shay, Fresh and Fit, MS504, and a lot of other videos he made talking mad shit about black women, encouraging white people to kill black people, and allegedly making fun of black women who got raped.
To listening that I am a supporter of black women by and large because I have a black daughter and
I don't need. Why do y'all do all this? I don't need the setup. Just ask me the question.
I didn't ask what you need. I just want to say.
Oh, you didn't ask what I needed. You say you didn't ask what I needed, right? That's what you said.
No.
Okay, then and I don't need you up here. So Mark, can you leave? Mark, leave. Leave, Mark. Leave me alone. Go. Go.
Disclaimer for YouTube. This is for educational purposes only. Self-talk doesn't condone hate speech.
Y'all, there's something wrong with y'all niggas. And this is when I say shit like, whenever, if white people, if y'all get a chance to cull the black herd, please do. Now cut that out and play it. I'm tired of you niggas. Y'all niggas are horrible people. You wake up to, niggas are human gnats. Black people are human gnats. They wake up to irritate people. That's all they do. Who calls somebody and say, I didn't ask what you need? Ask me the fucking question.
So yeah, that's some of his foolishness that he was playing. Self talk was kind of hitting back like, no, your channel was flagged because of some of this craziness that you put out here, and Tommy should have been flagged. And I think, like I said, he had a larger channel, and that's why that channel went down. And now he was trying to build this other channel. Like he was saying, he got up to the 50,000 subs. Um, but yeah, it's too much. It's too angry. It's too much anger and hate among black people going on YouTube. And some of this stuff needs to get flagged and it needs to come down. Nobody wants to hear all this sick shit all the time since we talking. And he had the nerve to try to push back and make things, you're putting the conversation out there. You have an audience. That's why we have these channels. You're supposed to be communicating back and forth with the people that are listening to you when you're live like that, right? So when someone says something to you you don't like, now you want to start going off on all black people, right? Instead of just saying whatever it is that you have to say to that one person. It's like it gives him that door, opens that door for him to start saying racist, crazy stuff. And then if you guys didn't know who Tommy was, you wouldn't even think he was a black person, right? And Sotomayor is not his real last name, for the record. That is just what he's using on YouTube. I forget what his last. It's something I forget now, but you can look it up. It's online. His real name. Um, yeah. So you would really think that he wasn't a black person if you were not watching him live, right? And seeing him say all this crazy stuff. And so that's when I was saying that in that other video, he doesn't. You guys can imagine what his audience looked like, right? You can imagine the type of people that want to hear this type of stuff. And to be honest, I've looked at his channel before, and sometimes he has looked scared of the people in his audience. So you can imagine the type of people that are in his audience. Like, because I don't know, the vibrations is real low, right? Saying sick stuff like that. So yeah, your channel is getting flagged because people are probably passing through and then they hear some of this nonsense that you're saying. And that's probably why they're flagging your channel. They're not flagging your channel because you're talking about Kwame. okay, or Carcino or whoever else, whatever guy that's on here, or because they just want to come and flag your channel. Even if they wanted to flag your channel, they would have to have a reason to flag it for YouTube to do anything about it. And clearly they see that you're doing certain things. Like, so if you guys go to Self Talks video, you can see all, like, he was showing you like hundreds of videos made by Tommy where he's saying all this race baiting ignorant stuff, and it's not funny because you are affecting real people's life when they go out in the real world like that by saying all this crazy stuff. That's not even true. And that's what the same thing we were saying about Kevin Samuels. Like, you guys are making up stuff that's not even real. Like, you don't, is it possible for you to know what every black woman is doing in America when you don't even know a third of them? First of all, y'all claim y'all don't even like black women. So why are you even talking about them and worried about what they're doing in their house anyway? What does it have to do with you? Absolutely nothing. So it's not even your conversation to have. It's just ridiculous. So nobody cares about his channel. Oh, I done lost the video now. Care about his channel getting tagged. I wanted to play where he was talking about his foot because that mess had me over here laughing. Um, he's trying to say he's getting old, so that's why his foot it was injured, so easily injured when she did whatever he's trying to accuse her of doing, which I don't think she did anything to him. I don't think anything's wrong with his foot. He's ridiculous.
I used to listen to you in my mama's stomach. I'm a grandfather. Hold on. Everything. Think about that. It slowly kills you. It slowly takes away everything from you.
You know, like, he a big victim. You are no victim. Okay? Your ass should probably be arrested for some of the stuff you sit over there and even say coming out of your mouth, inciting.
Things that don't matter. You'll be all right. I was thinking about my foot. That's the first bone I've ever broken in my body. Ever. I've never had a broken bone. And part of me is like, if you were younger, you might not have had that problem. This is more of shit that happens to you as you get old. Morpheus said he lost his best friend to cancer last year. Then I wake up to pains and it scares me because I'm like, where did that pain come from? What the fuck did I do? That I feel like my body's betraying me. The things I used to be able to do, I can't. But my mind is saying I could. My mind remembers that I could. And then I try to do them. And I can't. That I used to jump off everything. Now I'm afraid to just jump off the ground. That I don't feel comfortable jumping off the ground. That I walk downstairs a little more gingerly than I used to. I'm concentrating on the stairs now, when I used to just run them. I'm careful how I set up in the morning, when I used to just jump out the bed. Right. I was riding the bicycle with my daughter and I was like, I can't.
all of a sudden he's spending time with his daughter and talking about Kwame wants to see his son. So the baby must be a little boy because he has a baby, one of the OnlyFans models. And then I was looking and I was reading something about Tommy, and he's supposed to be worth a little money. So I think that he probably should be careful with some of the stuff that he's doing. 'Cause some of these girls could be getting pregnant intentionally, right? But as you guys could hear in that other video, he was saying that he's not complaining about paying his child support or whatever. But yeah, he has a little baby. And then Shay was saying in her last video when she was live, she said that when her and her friend Claudia or Bladia or whatever the girl's name is went to his house, that his daughter was there. So I don't know. I believe he has more than one daughter. Somebody was saying that he has several children. He has some adult children and some young ones. And so I'm assuming this daughter is a teenager. Now I know when Tracy was trying to dox him, he said the little girl that was in the picture was older than the age that she was in the picture that she put up in her video. So I guess the daughter may be a teenager. And Shay said the daughter was there in the house. He was giving them a tour of his house, and I guess the daughter was in one of the rooms or she came out or whatever. And so they told him that they were not comfortable with him having his young daughter, even though they're young as well, but him having his young daughter in the house with them like that. While first of all, you mean to tell me you're running your OnlyFans in your house and you have your child in there? Like, I don't know about that. Like, that sounds gross to me, but whatever. And so she said that he called someone to come and pick the daughter up, and the daughter, she left for the night or whatever. Um, so yeah, you guys can go over to Shay's channel and listen to her talk about that. She says that in the last video where she was talking about him. She was saying there's quite a few things that she can really say about him that she has not said as well. But now of course, he's out here trying to say that she hurt his foot or some kind of way he hurt his foot. Um, yeah. But let me know what you guys think about all of this. Like I said, I think that his channel was flagged because of the violent nature in which he runs his channels. Now he's going to try to probably tone down his conversation because he might feel as if someone from YouTube is actually watching him, right? To see if he's still doing whatever it is that people were complaining about. So he's probably going to tone down his conversation because I noticed I didn't listen to the entire video where he was talking about Kwame, something about NBA drunk boy as well as others. Kwame, let us see that arm since you want to see my son. Anyway, I don't know what he's talking about Kwame's arm, but he was saying that, I think he's going to tone down his conversation until he feels like some time has gone by. Maybe YouTube is not really monitoring him the way they need to 365 days of a year. Um, he's probably going to tone down for a while. And he will usually, when he's doing that, usually will talk about things that are going on in the world and politics and stuff like that. He probably will continue to talk about Kwame because Kwame says things about him as well. So they might still go back and forth. I don't know. Um, but he was talking about cancer or something. I don't know who had cancer. I don't think it was him. I think he was saying somebody in his family. And then people in his audience they were kind of just holding a conversation about that. And that's when he started talking about his foot is broke and, he's older now. So it's really easy for any bone in his body to break because of his age. You're not that old. Okay. But yeah, you are older. You're not that old though. Like, cut it out. Because he's making it sound like he's 80 years old, 70, 80 years old or something. Your bones shouldn't be breaking that easily, right? And no one saw the girl anywhere near you. There was a whole man or two in between you and this girl, and then you was windmilling half the time. You was windmilling in the air half the time, so she couldn't get near you anyway. So anyway, he is just full of it. But let me know what you guys think about his channel being flagged. I don't know who flagged him, um, but good for them. That's what I say. Good for them, because he needs to cut it out. And like I said, he probably will try to tone down until he thinks YouTube is no longer watching. Let me know what you guys think about this story in the comments. And another thing that tickles me about his channels, that as soon as he go live, he will have this block in the corner. I guess it's supposed to be like his Cash App block counter, uh, and it'll already have like $800. It already has $800 on the thing. You just went live. How do you already have $800? You mean to tell me people are sending you money and you're not even on their screen? I don't know if I believe him with that, but I don't know how you. I don't know. I don't have Cash App. I don't have Cash App, but I'm just like, okay, how is it every time he goes live, it's already some amount of money already on his screen, as if he's already collecting money and he hasn't even gone live yet. But I digress. Let me know what you guys think about this video in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.